Hello my crafty friends, it is Tranae here and we're going to do things a little bit different today because I am going to show you like the basic foundations of doing a flip book with envelopes. So it's like an envelope style flip book, and I decided to do it this way today because sometimes you just want to see like the very basic foundation of how something is put together in real time, and that's what I wanted to do. So this is going to be like a new series where I'm just doing the basic foundations. We're not decorating it, and then this will be like a reference video for any of you guys who may just be starting out in crafting or just trying like a new approach for the first time. So as I learn new techniques, I will update them throughout this series. So for this one, we are just doing a basic, the basic foundations of a flip book that uses envelopes. And I have 3 envelopes. It really doesn't matter what size envelopes you use. These are pre-made envelopes. You can make your own if you have like a special pattern that you want to use. That would be really, really pretty. For the purpose of this video, I am just using plain white envelopes. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so what we'll need is 3 envelopes, or you can do more. It's entirely up to you. For this, we'll start off with 3, and you're going to need a bone folder or either a ruler. I'll show you how to do it both ways. If you're using a bone, not a bone folder, a scoring tool, then you need something to score with. You can use a bone folder. Like this came with a bone folder. I personally find it more difficult to use like the bone folders. I always rip my paper. That's why I use this nail dotting tool, and it works just as good, if not better, for me. All right, so we're going to lay out our paper and we're going to score. So for the first one, sometimes it helps if you have a pencil, so that way you'll keep these in order, because we're going to be scoring at different marks. So I am scoring a 1/4 of an inch away from the previous score line. So here is the original score line, so I'm gonna go over a 1/4 of an inch. Now this won't necessarily be on your 1/4 inch mark on here if your original score mark is on the 1/8 of an inch. I hope that makes sense. So this is going to be the one we score at a 1/4. And the reason why I'm coming in and adding another score mark is because when you add your embellishments, these things end up bulking up very, very quickly. So it helps if you don't have to worry about, your book looking squished together at the end. So this would be our second one. We're going to do 3/8 of an inch. And if you're not like ruler savvy or whatever, just remember each one of these little tick marks count for 1/8 of an inch. That's how I learned how to read a ruler. So if I need to do 3/8 of an inch from this mark, I'm just gonna come up 1, 2, 3. Boom. See, super easy. All right, and then this is number 3. And then this one is going to be scored a 1/2 inch away from the original score line. So now we have all of our marks, and we are going to get ready to glue everything together. And this will show you why we had those score marks. So first, I'm going to fold. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys this. If you don't have a scoring board, you can always just figure out your placement and then use your ruler as a tool and just score like that. So if you don't have a scoring board, you can use that also. A scoring board is a lot easier though. I will tell you that. It makes it a lot easier. So that's kind of like one of those craft tools that you should just buy. Like I have a tiny one and a larger one, so I really get my money worth out of them. So we're going to line these up in the exact order that we have them numbered. So 1, 2, 3. One of my favorite things to use is score tape. This is like one of my favorite adhesives when you're like doing something that needs to stick. You can also use the ATG gun, works very well with this. The adhesive in there sticks very well, or you can use some tacky glue, which works pretty good also. The only thing with the wet glue, be careful that you don't put too much down or your paper will warp. This glue also works really well, the Tombow Mono. And to me, I have a little bit more control with this glue because the tip is at a slant. So I can kind of spread it out a little bit more evenly because this tip is just, you know, straight. All right, so I am going to use each one so you can see. I'm gonna use a double-sided tape and glider, and then I'll use some wet adhesive. So let's start with the wet adhesive first. Let's see, mine might be empty. I need to re-up on the craft supplies, yo. And see how you can get like a nice thin application with this tip. I really like this glue as a wet glue. Has some glue boogers there. I hate glue boogers. And what you want to do is when you place this, you want to place it like almost right up to that score line, but not on it. Don't place it on there. And one of the benefits of liquid glue is you have a little bit of wiggle room if you mess up. And see, nice and secure. This is what I was talking about when I said that you do get a little bit of warping, as you can see. And you guys saw I was really careful with that, but that's just one of the things that comes along with glue. All right, so for this one, I like the score tape because for me, I have a little bit more control with this than I do with my ATG gun. To me, the ATG gun, the adhesive in it is really good, but it's really big and bulky. So sometimes I have a hard time, you know, kind of controlling where the tape goes. But you can mix and match. Like, I'll show you guys this one. Yeah. So, you've seen both of the tapes. Then we're just going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to butt it up right up to that scoring line. Not on it, but right up to it. And then we'll press this in place. And now you have the basic foundations of an envelope style flipbook. If you want to see how I'm going to decorate this envelope, then definitely check out some of my other videos. I will link them up here to show you how I decorate my envelope style flipbooks. So that is it for me today. If you like this series, then please give it a thumbs up and share it with a crafty friend who may find this information valuable. If you have any questions, be sure to leave me a comment in the comment section below. I do answer them, and I love to read what you guys write. Yes, I do. I'm such a geek when it comes to that. I'm like, yay, they writing. All right, so that is it for me today, you guys. Oh, if you're not subscribed to my channel, then hit my little floating avatar that's down in here somewhere and join the madness, the craft madness. So I'll stop rambling. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.